Balistreri. Welcome to my channel. I normally say ciao because of my Italian heritage, but today I feel like I need to say bonjour because the magical mystery bead box for this month is all based on the French Impressionist Edgar Degas, and this is right up my alley. I'm really excited to share this with you. Degas was born in 1834 in the summer, and he died just after World War I, 1917. And he is a French Impressionist artist. He is famous for his oil paintings and his pastel drawings, but he also did bronze sculptures. And one of the things that's unique about the Degas body of work is that he's famous for his ballet paintings, but he didn't just paint the ballerinas on stage in the middle of a production. A lot of his artwork showed what happened backstage and behind the scenes, which is what, makes him very unique. I am so excited about this collection of beads. They are very classical, very elegant, and just wonderful. So this is the little card that came in the box. We have this beautiful little ingredient list here, and I'm going to go through and share these with you. So the first thing that we have is the Little Dancer bead mix, and this is just like a staple in your jewelry supplies. Look at this, you guys. I love these little rose spacer beads, and I love these disc beads that are textured. They almost look like a little rope. There's some bead caps in here, and there are some tiny little metal beads. I don't even know if you can see them in my hand. Let me get a piece of wire. Look how little they are. But those little dots of gold, I often reach for seed beads for that, but these are just fabulous. Oh my, I love that. Okay, let's get a little dish for those. So beautiful. I love having them. I'm a gold girl anyway, but I love having those to work with. And every single one of the packages in this month's box has a beautiful Degas image on it. So they're just, you have artwork in your hand. I just love it. The next thing up is the Danseuses bead mix. This is the French word for dancers, female dancers, if I'm not wrong. I'm a little bit of a language studier, and I did study French for a long time, so I'm just loving this so much. Let me get another little dish here. And what I'll do is dump these in, and then we'll have a look at what's in here. Oh, these are beautiful. Look at these. They're large hole beads, but they're clay with crystals in them. Beautiful. I love that color too. That's really close to our color of the year, the chocolate mousse. I love that. I also love that I'm seeing a little bit of gold and a little bit of silver in this, but it's a little bit heavier on the gold. Oh, there's even some copper too. I love these little guys. I know some people don't love tassels, but this is like the sweetest little tassel. And doesn't it look like the skirt of a ballerina? I mean, just beautiful. I love that. Whoops, one of my little beads got away. These are gorgeous. These little teardrop shaped faceted crystals, and I love that pretty neutral color that goes beautifully with pearls, and it's just like a champagne color. Very beautiful. And these are the coolest beads. Look at these, you guys. They're like really thick coin beads, and they have a little bit of silveriness to them, but I love is that a word, silveriness? But I love like being able to see my stringing material through a bead like that. So pretty. And some faceted crystals, and again, look at how that sparkles. So beautiful. Again, in that kind of champagne tone. I just love it. There's quite a few of those in here, and I really love how they are mixing the neutrals, the champagnes, and a little bit of crystal. Look at this frosted one. That's so pretty. With little bit of these soft, they are like the watercolor or like the Impressionist. I mean, Degas mostly, his paintings were mostly oil paintings, but he was really well known for the pastel drawings that he did as well. So all of these beads in this soft really pretty soft hue, and you'll see a little bit more of this when we open up the strands. They're just beautiful with these neutrals, and the little bit of that ballerina pink color is kind of showing up in the bead strands. It is just absolutely beautiful. We got some of these little sparkling disco balls. I love getting those. They are beautiful in our work. And you know, the Jesse James bead mixes, they go on forever. You open a little pot of beads like that and you feel like you never come to the end. But there's these beautiful pearl colored rondelle faceted crystal beads. Quite a few of these just clear crystals. And these are a little bit like, they have a little bit of a citrine, a little bit of rainbow. I almost see like AB, like a little bit of AB on those, which is so pretty. Aurora Borealis, if you're newer to bead finishes. And there's a little splash of copper in here as well. So look at this, all the spacers, copper, gold, and look at these fabulous bead caps. Oh my, they're embossed with little flowers. I love those. There's 2, 3, looks like there's 4 of those in the mix. Oh, I just have to put those on a bead and just see what they look like. Oh, that bead's too small, but so pretty. Let's do a crystal. I am sorry, you guys. I'm so excited. This is just loveliness. Just lovely, lovely. And I'm so excited. I just want to play. I just want to sit and like play and do some stacks and get my creativity going. I already know what my first project is going to be. When I opened the box to lay it out on my mat, instantly I knew what I wanted to make first. There's a lot of projects in this box, but I did know what I wanted to make first. And there again, the little painting, the impression of his painting. And then let's see what's next. 4 ballerinas on stage bead mix. Oh, look at it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, wow. This one has some ceramic beads in it. And like, again, these are like all the colors you would see in his pastel drawings and in the oil paintings as well. Those are beautiful. And there's some large flower. They're not really, I guess they're a bead cap. They have a hole in the middle, but you can do so much more with them. And this is that malleable metal that you can actually pull these petals up. You can bend them. You can do things with that. Oh, I love this color crystal. Oh my, let me make a little space so I can set this down. Let me just make a little space here. Oh, I have to steal one of the bead caps, one of those large bead caps, and put it on this pink crystal. Oh, so pretty. Come on, little bead cap. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my. I'm so excited about this. That is so pretty. And then look at these. They're a faceted coin bead with a twist. And I am not a green lover per se, but green is a neutral and it adds a lot of life to anything that you're doing. And this color green, I just love it. It's so fresh and so happy. And the facets on this are amazing. They're I hope the camera is showing you, but they're like lines at a diagonal. That is just a beautiful, beautiful bead. Love that so much. Oh, look, the little flower bead caps come in silver as well. And I love getting these also bling balls or little disco balls, but these have a purple crystal band just going around the middle. Those are gorgeous. And this is that ballerina peachy pink crackle glass. So beautiful. So perfect for this. And then some really neutral, like khaki colored faceted rondelle crystals. Those are gorgeous. Oh, these are beautiful. These feel like, are they glass? I think these are clay, but they have this little finish that almost looks like frosted, you know, almost looks like a sugar cookie frosting, or just not a lot of sparkle, but a little bit, like it just catches the light. Those are beautiful. And then this is a beautiful oval faceted crystal. And again, it has a little bit of a citrine, like all those pretty, from the pastel drawings, that turquoise blue and the green and a couple of pinks and a little bit of peach. And, you know, it's just so pretty. Oh my goodness, I love this. There's a couple more of these. There's another one of those. Let's see. Oh, there's a large, one of the larger balls that sparkles. These have a hole, goes right up the middle. Those are beautiful. Perfect for this. There's always a little bit of sparkle when there's a production on stage. Let's see. Oh, look at these. What a beautiful little bead. These are stop sign shaped and faceted, almost like a mint green. Wow, that is so pretty. It looks like it's about 6 millimeter. And let's see if there's quite a few of those in here. Oh, I love those. I love those. Another little disco ball. Oh, there's some cone bead caps in here and another metal. This is the antique bronze and some bead caps, flat bead caps that are filigree to go with them. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. See, I already want to play because with these you can do like layer these up. You could turn it this way. You could put this in the middle of the flower. Put a bead in there, sandwich a bead in there. You guys, if a Jesse James bead mix is so fun. It just ignites creativity. I mean, that is just so fun. You can stack and layer. You get so much to work with. Their bead mixes just feel like they just go on forever. There's quite a few of these. Let's see if I missed anything. I got those. Okay, I think that is the whole mix. Oh, it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. I love it. Those little guys back in there. So pretty. And then up next is called the ballet class. Let me bring these back in. The ballet class. And this is a metal set. Look at that. So gorgeous. This is a metal set. I'm already dying over one thing in here. Look at this, you guys. Isn't that so beautiful? It is metal, but it's almost looks like somebody took a piece of lace and plated it in metal, formed it and plated it, and there's a little loop on it. That is absolutely amazing. I think I might have to use that in my first project. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, these are gorgeous. Look at this, you guys. This is a toggle set. Oh, wow, look at that. It's filigree. It's got flowers. This almost looks like either the drapes on stage, you know, the big velvet drapes. It has that like drapiness, or even the skirt of a ballet dancer. And there's a little heart in there. Oh my, I don't want to put this down. It's so pretty. I even just like this end. I mean, you could separate these. You don't have to use these as a toggle clasp. I see components there. How gorgeous is that? And then these are stunning. They have a little loop at the top. You know, oh my goodness, you know, you could literally just put this on an ear wire and have a stunning pair of earrings and call it a day. They are so beautiful. They have a nice sturdiness to them, a little bit of thickness to them. Oh, those are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that. Okay, let me set this aside. And up next is Dancers in Pink focal beads. So there's a little pot with 3 beautiful little enamel and gold flower beads. And what I think I see on these is that you can, yes, look at this, you guys. You can string these multiple ways because the holes in the center of the flower all the way around the focal beads goes through. So if you wanted to do a design where you crisscross, and I may play with that. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun with those. I love these beads. I love the color. They have a nice weight to them. I wish we had Feel-O-Vision. I love those. That is our little Dancers in Pink focal beads. And next up is a study of a dancer. And again, all of the packaging has Degas artwork on it. I just love it. It's making me so happy just to be unboxing this. And this is a metal focal set. Look at these, you guys. Oh, they're all these filigree components with, there's all the metals in here. There is a silver. I only got 1 silver, 2 gold, and 2 antique brass. Wonder if I was supposed to get 2 silver. That's a little strange to only get 1. But I love it. I just love it. These are so beautiful. You guys, look at the points of connection. Look at the possibilities. There are like a million ways to use these, and these are that more malleable. So if you wanted to get creative and like fold this in half, that's what I was thinking, is what could I do with it and not keep it this shape. Love those. Just love those. Absolutely beautiful. Put those out here. And then the étoile bead strand. In French, étoile means star. And it's like literally kind of the name, I think one of the paintings is Star Dancer. So this is what this bead strand looks like. I feel like I want to just cut this open. In fact, let's just do that. I really want to look at these beads individually. They are so amazing. I always say with the Jesse James bead strand, I never do it because I love creating and playing with things on my own. But I always say with a Jesse James bead strand that you could literally like take it and string it and be done. Put a clasp on it and, you know, have a piece already thought out for you. I never do it, but you certainly could. If you just wanted to make something and not fuss over the design too much, the work on their bead strands is already done for you. I am going to just pull everything off of here because it's so stunning and I want to look at all the beads. Oh, one little bead got away. I am just totally in love with this. It is a pink pearl beaded bead. Oh my goodness. That is so lovely. I love, love, love that. And we got 2 of these on this strand. These are beautiful. They're like a satin gold metal on a silver base. So you get the gold and silver and the little roses all the way around. That is stunning. And there are some giant bead caps on this strand and some really gorgeous flower bead caps. Oh my goodness, they have like an enamel with sparkle around the edge. So they're like already stacked, already like the stacking that I like to do is already done, but with a little extra embellishment. Oh, those are so pretty. There's some blush pink bicones on this strand and a couple of beautiful teardrops that are faceted and looks like they have the AB finish on them as well. Absolutely gorgeous. And there's a couple of white faceted rondelles, and I love this. I love this so much. I'd like to have a huge bag of these. These are little glass cup flowers, and you know, you can do so much with these. And they have a little bit of a gold wash. It's kind of that peachy orangey pink, and these are stunningly gorgeous bead caps. Look at these guys. Oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. There is so much to work with just on one strand. And how cool is this? There's even some gunmetal bead caps in this strand. They sort of are mixed in a little bit of the gunmetal. That is gorgeous. Some crystal rondelle spacers. These are the wavy ones. These are the ones with the straight frame, and some gold ones. Beautiful. It looks like the crystals on these have the Aurora Borealis finish. Some more of those little sparkling disco balls. And some hematite disc spacers. So that is cool. Like, this box literally has every metal in it now. Hematite or gunmetal, and the antique bronze, the gold, and the silver. It's really wonderful. And there's a couple of polymer clay discs in there. What a beautiful bead strand. And one of my bicones was trying to escape. And the next up is Dancers at the Bar bead strand, and this is a genuine stone. This is a natural stone, and it's of course exclusive to the Magical Mystery Bead Box. I don't know if that's peach stone. I don't remember. I don't know exactly what this is. It looks like it might be sunstone. Maybe it's even sunstone. I'm not an expert with gems, but they feel so good. There's a weight to them. There's a coolness. Anytime that you get gemstones, they just feel wonderful against your skin, and each bead has its own character and its own lines and inclusions, but these are smooth and just beautiful. I love that. And again, it's in that blushing ballet, that peachy pink tone. And then it makes me so sad. Oh, we're not at the last thing. I thought this was the last thing. There's two more things. This is the Swaying Dancer bead strand. And look at this, you guys. There's copper in here. I'm crazy about this too. Let's cut this guy open and have a look. These little copper, at first glance, you think it's a heart, but it's really kind of a teardrop shape. And I just saw something else. Get another little dish. This is another one of those beads that you can string side to side like that. There's a hole going that way, but there's also one going this way. How fun is that? So you have all kinds of design possibilities with that. Look at this. That is so cool. I love that. And there are two of those on this strand. These are beautiful. These are a little bit large rondelle spacer with facets, and I love the, whoops, almost dropped it, the stripes inside. Get my fingers out of the way. Those peachy, milky stripes. That's beautiful. And Jesse James beads, I'm going to go straight to the boho beads. They're a little bit famous, very well known for their boho beads, and these are no exception. Look at this one. It looks like it has tiny little bugle beads just all over it, but they almost look like sugar crystals. And the same with this one. Look at that. That is so beautiful. I love those. And let's see. There are some little orange crystals. Whoops, I can't hold on to this little one. Come back. Look at those. They're so beautiful. Everything is faceted. And look at this large one, and beautiful facets on that. Everything is faceted, so you get a lot of sparkle. And there are two of these large ones. That's wonderful. And we got some large bead caps to work with. There's some really large copper bead caps on this strand. 4 of those. There's these star spacers in copper, so étoile for the star dancer. I just am so impressed with the way Jesse James Beads curates a Magical Mystery Bead Box. There's the underlying theme carries through absolutely everything, and it's just so, the detail, the attention to detail throughout, having a star spacer when that's the name of one of the paintings. And look at these little copper crystal rondelle spacers. There's another one of those sugar-coated beads, all the same on this end, but that bead is really cool. That little copper bead is really cool. Oh, and I must have missed this on the other end. This little crystal is pear-shaped. Let me get my fingers out of the way. Oh, I love making earrings out of a pear-shaped bead like that, and the facets on this are wonderful and amazing. Perfection all the way around. Absolutely beautiful. I'm sure there was a second one on the end that I cut, but I don't see it in the dish. I'm sure it's here. I don't see this on my list, but it is wonderful and so French ballet. This is a ribbon, a velvet ribbon, and I have a thing that I love to do with velvet ribbon, but they also included the ribbon ends these have the little teeth. They're so easy to work with. There's 4 sets here, so if you wanted to do really traditional sort of vintage looking earrings. You could loop your ribbon like that and clip this on the end and add some beads at the top and an ear wire. So we got 4 sets, so you could do that, but I love to make bookmarks with velvet ribbon. I just think they're so beautiful when you're reading. You know, it's just the all the beautiful textures of the velvet and then whatever beads you add on, and I think that's going to be my first project. So this is our beautiful Jessie James Beads Magical Mystery Bead Box for this month. And I just have to share that I received a beautiful little end of the year gift and a letter from Jessie James Beads, and it is so sweet, you guys. I just had to share it. There were silver pave hearts, a little, well, I cannot hold on to this one. Let me try again. There was a connector, a charm, 2 charms, so I could do earrings. But when I first opened this, I thought it was for Jessie James Beads because I got a charm in a J and a charm in a B. But how thoughtful, Joey Balistreri. It's so thoughtful and so sweet that they did that. And these have a nice weight to them, and they are just absolutely lovely. So I got a couple of other little gifts from them, but that was just so sweet. And to get a letter at the end of the year thanking me for working with them and being an affiliate, and I just love it. I just think it's absolutely lovely. So I'm going to clean up, and I'm going to do a project really fast. I am having so much fun. I started to clean up and come right back, but I've been sitting here for about 30-40 minutes just playing with these beads and making stacks. And what I'm going to make is book jewelry. It's one of my favorite things to make. I have an entire playlist on my channel of all the different ways that you can make these. The velvet ribbon is one of my favorite things to do, and you can really showcase your beads. So when I get beads that are really large, or if I get something that I love but I wouldn't wear it, I turn to book jewelry. It's kind of one of my go-to projects. And this, you know, would make a beautiful kind of Victorian looking velvet choker. It's pretty classic, a pretty old-fashioned design, but I don't wear that kind of thing. But I love this velvet ribbon, and I love the beads in this box. And there were so many mixes of metals and shapes. And so through all of my stacks that I've made, I have included the copper, the silver, the gold, just like embraced all of the mix. So I'm going to do wire wrapping for everything, just like I did on this one. I have to make my own spiral head pins. I wanted a decorative head pin for my final drops, but I didn't have anything decorative with a long enough wire for me to do such elaborate bead stacks. And to me, like, this is part of the fun of making book jewelry, is you can just get crazy with how you stack and the patterns that you make with your beads, and just like the sky's the limit. And I love that because when I'm reading, then, you know, I can hold these elements in my hand and look at them, especially like the beaded bead, the boho beads. They're just amazing. And I am going to attach everything on this piece of book jewelry with silver jump rings because I'm going to use gold wire. And what I do when I'm making these is just take scraps of wire so that I can play with the on and off of the different sizes and the different stacks and kind of see where I'm going and plan it out. So this little stack, this heart charm, and this one that I've already made is going to go on one end of the bookmark. This is going to be my final drop on the other end, and this is going to go above it on the other end of the bookmark. So I took about 9 inches or so of the velvet ribbon. I like to read mystery novels. Generally, I buy the paperbacks, and they are all different sizes, but that's a pretty good size to go inside the book and then leave me a little space for all of my decorative part to hang out. And I like to use a flat nose plier to do this. It just seems to make it go on a little bit more. And if you wanted to, you could put a little bit of glue along the ribbon, but it is really not necessary. I've never had one of these come off. The little teeth on these ribbon ends really grabs into the ribbon. So you might just get a hold of it with your flat nose plier and start closing it a little bit, and just make sure the ribbon is inside all the way. And just gently, you don't mangle your ribbon end, just gently close it. And like the flat nose plier is perfect for that because it's wide and you can go front to back and really make sure that it's grabbing on, and like the teeth are really grabbing the ribbon, so I know that I won't have a problem. And I'm going to just do the same exact thing on this side. Okay, my bookmark is ready to go, and I'm going to start with wire wrapping this little stack of beads here. I am using my Softflex 22 gauge wire for this project. It has an anti-tarnish coating, and I'm just going to do a wire wrapped loop. I just want all of these components, since they're rather elaborate and exuberant, to be nice and tight, and like this one where nothing is spinning around, nothing is moving, and I don't know, it just felt like wire wrapped loops was the thing to do in this project. I do about 3 wraps on my loops. Okay, and now I'm just going to put this stack of beads on just the way that I have it laid out here. I just sat here quietly and just played, and I just loved the way that it turned out. So, and I mixed up everything, all the bead mixes, the strands. I love to cut things open. It just makes it, the creativity just flow. A bead cap, a crystal rondelle spacer, one of the little spacers from the metal mix, and a little pop of silver in there, one of the pink crystals from the strand, and just a final little topper. And look how gorgeous that is. I love doing book jewelry. It is so much fun. I have a little jewelry box designated especially for all my different bookmarkers, and when I start to read a new book, I open it and choose a bookmarker. And these make fabulous gifts because you can do your colors and your drops and your charms for men, women, kids, anybody in your family. And I even keep a few of these in organza bags in my purse. And when I have a waitress that takes good care of me, or if I'm on a flight and I have a flight attendant that's wonderful, I'll just pull one of my handmade bookmarkers out and give it to them as a little gift. It's just something I like to do. I think everybody in my life has one of my bookmarkers. It's one of my go-to projects. Okay, and that's done. We can actually go ahead and attach one side, and then I'll wire wrap the other side. And I just like to do this with jump rings in case I ever need to fix anything, but I also like the way it dangles, like even when I make jewelry for myself to wear. I like things to have a lot of movement. Just make sure the jump rings are closed really well. That is so gorgeous. Then I'm going to do my little heart, and then I'm going to dangle my final drop from one of the little lace loops on this charm. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. So I think I'm going to come right to that third little lace loop on this charm and add this one. You see, like right here. My, that is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, you guys. Isn't it pretty? And I tend to get really elaborate when I'm making a bookmark. I mean, you don't have to do them this way. You could literally just hang this or just make one component. But when I make these, they're so much fun. I just tend to keep going with them. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to wire wrap the loops on both ends of my other components for the other side. So pretty. And then on this one, I need to do, that's going to be my final drop. So I need to do a spiral head pin the way that I did on this side. And so I'm going to slide all of these off of here and do a little spiral on this one. Just going to start with a nice fresh blunt cut and get a small loop in the end. Trying to get right to the end of my wire. I want this to be a really nice tight spiral, and then in small increments I'm going to just spiral this into a snail shape, you know, till I like the size. So just gently pushing it against my finger and coiling it, and I'll try to match it to the other side. And when you get to the point where you're happy with your spiral, that one looks great, I'm going to come right here and turn this into a head pin. So I'm going to put my pliers in there right where I have stopped rolling it, and I'm going to just bend that up and just smooth, warm, straighten. And I have, in essence, just made a really beautiful handmade artisan head pin. So I'm going to start with this little stack, the gold, really thin bead cap, that gorgeous boho bead. And I switch to a copper bead cap, and then little crystal rondelle spacer. I'm going to put this pink faceted crystal in there. These beautiful, this is my favorite bead cap in the box, with the little flowers embossed on the top. And there it is, I had a little copper crystal rondelle spacer. I just love mixing all the metals, and then top it off with a little orange. And my final wire wrapped loop, and this beautiful little piece of book jewelry is done just that fast. These are so fast and so fun to make. And you can, I think you can take more license creatively on book jewelry than you can with like a necklace, because you can do things on a piece of book jewelry that you might not necessarily wear. So these are just so much fun to make. That is beautiful. I love it so much. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to attach these to this end with silver jump rings, just like we did on the other end. That is so pretty. It's so interesting and colorful and fun. I just love it. So on my book jewelry, I do the same thing that I do on my other types of jewelry. All of this is fashion, just base metal findings, and I love it. I think it's beautiful and fun to play with, but it will darken and tarnish. And so I take my Permalac anti-tarnish coating and I brush it over everything, the bead caps, even the little ribbon ends. And you can even, if you get the semi-gloss, you can even brush it right over your crystals. And one of the reasons that I do this on book jewelry is because I tend to play with it in my hand, like when I'm reading. So it's just a step that I take. My Soft Flex wire has an anti-tarnish coating on it, so I don't have to worry about my jump rings. But these little ribbon ends, they will darken over time, and I like for things to have longevity. So on the crystal rondelle spacers, I just brush the entire thing. And like I said, if you get the semi-gloss, you won't have the crystals clouding. And this dries really fast, and it's all done. I thank you so much for watching. I'll put some pictures up at the end of the video, and also don't forget to check my description box. I always list my favorite tools and any supplies that I have found that I think you might like for your own work. And I have a discount code to Jesse James Beads, and I think people don't always realize that you can make the price of this box every month be very, very inexpensive if you sign up to receive it for a longer period of time. So my discount code is good on the Magical Mystery Bead Box, but it is also good to shop the website, and they have some really fabulous things coming in the new year. I'm really excited about one of their collections called All Heart. So I thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody's safe and well and having fun on your beading mats. Ciao, friends.